So, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Spice of Life Conversations with Suhani Raichura, a
With me
12-year-old,
basically.
yes, with you, a 12-year-old, an avid reader, a keen observer, and the connect the dot specialist who leaves us mesmerized and engaged every time. Suhani, congratulations. This is going to be your seventh live session.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you feel
Yeah,
about it?
oop, excited.
Good? Excited? Okay.
Yep.
Great. So
And
you want
also,
to
I'm sure that you don't have to read this paragraph over and over again. Everyone reads it, so basically, it's not required. Let's just say
Okay,
that.
perfect. Great, Suhani. So here we go. Let's begin from where we left last week.
Yes, as many of the people who have seen the sessions know that last time we were basically planning on finishing Order of the Phoenix, but as it's a ginormous book, I showed you in the last session, it's gonna take 2 sessions. So let's continue.
Okay. So Suhani, how about giving a quick recap on what did we speak last time, the first part of the Order of the Phoenix, so that we
The
can then
first
build
part
on.
we basically discussed what is the Order of the Phoenix, who are in it, like
Mm-hmm.
written on the screen, if you remember,
Yes.
and we discussed about Dolores Umbridge and some of her really worst qualities. She's
Mm-hmm.
evil, that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were just about starting where Harry and Ron and Hermione were planning on starting an illegal defense against the Dark Arts group.
Okay.
And Hermione was like, okay, so now we're starting into the story. And this is the first thing I'm going to say. Hermione is like, it's sort of exciting, isn't it? Breaking the rules. And then Ron
Yes.
is like, who are you and what have you done to Hermione Granger?
Mm-hmm.
Because Hermione earlier in the first couple of movies, she was really loved rules. Like she was always following the rules.
Right. No, she did, and I
But
think I.
around the second movie, she started breaking the rules, made polyjuice potion,
Yeah, but I
and
think she did that for to ensure that she's helping the right cause, and I
exactly.
think she was doing that to ensure that what's right gets justice.
Yep.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
they were trying to find a place to meet, for their group, and actually, lots of people showed up. Fred and George, Joe, Harry likes her. In the books, her friend also came, Joe's friend, Marietta Edgecombe. No
Hmm.
need to go into specifics. Um, Lee Jordan, yes, Jordan. Yeah,
Jordan, the commentator.
yeah,
I'll
the
rather name
really
that.
hilarious Quidditch commentator.
Right.
Okay, then I think Dean and Seamus also joined.
Hmm.
Dean Thomas and Seamus Finnegan.
Hmm.
Yeah, and who else? I don't know. Lots of people joined. Neville,
Okay.
Luna,
So what
Ginny,
did they
everyone.
do? So let's talk
So
about
they
what
were
did they do.
basically practicing defense against the dark arts in a more practical way, like
Hmm.
hands-on.
And why did they choose Harry as one of their as their trainer?
Because Harry has been through like a lot of situations where he has to use dark. He has to use protections. He can produce a Patronus charm. He can fight. He fought off who in the flesh, which not many grown wizards can do.
Hmm.
And what else? Right.
Okay.
He faced who in the first year when he was only 11. He fought off Tom Riddle, aka Voldemort, again in the second year and killed a basilisk, which is like a ginormous snake,
Hmm. Hmm.
and all in 4 years.
And
So,
then he also went to the Triwizard
yeah, he
contest,
almost he also went through those dangerous Triwizard tournament, and
right?
it
And
was
then
pretty risky.
yes, and I think the best was that he came out of all of it by learning on the go. So it was like not that he was trained for all of it, but he kept learning as he moved forward.
Yep.
And so great. So then what happened? So they were starting to look at a place where Harry would teach them the defense against the dark arts.
Yes. And in the movies, since we're going around the movies as well as the books, in the books, Dobby, yeah, Dobby
Mhm.
works at Hogwarts now, if you didn't realize. Or
Yes.
in the fourth movie itself, fourth book itself, he started working at Hogwarts.
Hmm.
And Dobby was the one who was like, there's one room, the room of requirement, which you can use. And that is in the books. The movies, Neville finds it. It's like a room. It's like a ginormous door in the room. It's a room of requirement. So if you, it only appears if you have real need of it.
Okay.
And also a little spoiler for all of you out there. In the seventh book, yeah, I'm going into the seventh book now. Um, I think Dean, no, I think Seamus says that Neville really gets the room of requirement.
Wow.
So I think the movie creators did a pretty good job making Neville the one who found the room of requirement.
Hmm.
So I don't know, maybe not. I'm in two minds about this.
Okay. But
Okay,
I
so
think.
they made in the room of requirement, which is basically, like I said, a secret room.
Mhm.
So
Right.
then they had to decide a name. Okay, so this is some of the movie book names, which so Fred went for this. He was like, the Ministries of Magic is our morons group. The Ministry of Magic are morons group.
Okay.
And then Cho said, what about the Defense Association or DA, so that people don't know if we're talking about it. And then
Hmm.
Ginny says that, yeah, the DA is good, but let's make it stand for Dumbledore's army because that's the
Wow.
ministry's worst fear, isn't it? So
Wow.
basically, they were discussing about the name, and Ginny was like, let's name it the ministry's worst fear, Dumbledore's army, because the ministry is scared that Dumbledore's building his own wizard army.
Wow. So that was Ginny's suggestion. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, the movies haven't really justified Ginny. She's one of two Weasleys who has not justified that great, Ron being the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Great.
lots of my favorite Ron movie book quotes were taken by Hermione in the movies, which is
Mm.
not really that great. I mean, I love Hermione. You all know how much I love Hermione, but I just feel that Ron also needs something.
So can I do a small distraction from the Order of the Phoenix movie, Swani?
Sure.
So there are three characters that you like the most, which is Hermione, Luna Lovegood, and Ginny Weasley.
Yeah.
What about these three characteristics do you like and relate to yourself?
Oh, sorry. I have a little bit of cold today.
You may want to. So you do you want to take a minute and come back? That's fine. I can.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So
Okay.
Hermione, because of her quick thinking and smarts, because that's really amazing. I mean, I'm pretty smart if I do say so myself. But
Mm-hmm.
the way Hermione is able to think on the spot, and she's amazing at spells. Okay,
Okay.
only the only two things which Harry excels her in are Quidditch and Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Okay.
But otherwise, all subjects she is amazing. I mean, she got a time turner in her third year when she was a teenager, like just starting her teenage years, wondering what she is and all that, and she gets a time turner. Most
Yeah.
adult wizards don't have a time turner.
Yeah. But
I
so
mean,
so what
and
about?
McGonagall was the one who actually gave it to her, so
Mhm.
McGonagall knew that Hermione would not misuse it.
So that was beautiful. So
An
but
owl
tell me.
just came by and gave me this.
So you got a howler.
Nope,
What was the message the howler gave? So
no
honey,
howlers.
make sure that this is all taken care of.
Yeah, if you didn't know, my mother is a lot like Molly Weasley.
Okay. So
But
Swami,
she's
let's
really
come back. Yeah, coming back to you. So Hermione,
yeah.
you said, was
Her
advanced.
smart.
She used spells. What about her that you like the most? what do you associate Hermione with you in your life?
Well, Hermione is definitely girl power. She's the one who's like, without her, Harry would not have survived 1 minute. I'm
Mhm.
sure.
And for
Because
all the people who are watching us live, I want all of you to know that these are all the questions that I'm asking right now are out of syllabus. So this is not something that Suhani has planned for, but I'm going to, keep surprising her with these kind of questions. So stay tuned to actually hear how she relates these characters to her life.
yes, and Hermione is, although she's very smart, she can be a bit bossy. She likes to take control of things if required, and
Mm-hmm.
she knows that if you don't get what you want, you have to find out another way to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you didn't realize, Hermione and Ron start liking each other in the fourth book or
Mm-hmm.
movie, and even though Ron didn't ask Hermione out yet, and Victor Crumb did, and she went with him because she liked him as well, and she didn't want she was not waiting for Ron to ask her out. Same thing with Ginny actually. Ginny also went out with other guys when Harry didn't ask her out.
Mm-hmm.
She
Okay.
kept she did tried out it out with other guys. She didn't just wait around, be sad with Harry and all. And okay, so now we're moving on to Ginny here. Her boldness in the books is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ginny is one of my favorite quotes. It's actually in the sixth book, but I'll tell you now because it's an amazing quote. The thing with
Mm-hmm.
about living with Fred and George is that you start thinking that anything is possible if you've got enough nerve.
My God. Okay.
So that's why she's one of my favorite characters, and she's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I saw your comment right now. It's Ginny.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
correct that.
Also, it's IO. Okay, I'm going a little bit more into Hermione mode.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So that's my mistake. That's okay.
So,
So tell me, you told me about Hermione, you told me about Ginny. What is it about Luna?
Luna, well, she is always like she loves these things which may or may not exist. Like, she doesn't really know if Racksports or Nargles exist, but she
Mhm,
believes they do, and that's good enough for her. And that's actually one of the things I also like. Like, I believe in Santa Claus. I believe
mhm,
in Tooth Fairy. I believe in Jack Frost. I believe in all these things which people may or may not believe that they exist. And that might make me weird, but I am weird. So that's that's what that's what Luna is as well. She doesn't actually care that much about what others think about her.
mhm, mhm.
If
Okay.
that makes her without if that makes her that she doesn't have friends, then she's gonna keep being like this until she finds the right friends.
Wow. I think that's a beautiful way of putting that. Okay, great. Great, Suhani. Sorry. So, thank you for being so spontaneous and answering the
Again,
question.
one more Hermione mode thing. It's Hermione.
Yes, I know that, but I've already put that comment, so I can't go and edit that right now, but I will
Yeah.
correct it later, okay?
Yep.
So
No
thank
problem.
you
Just
for
going into Hermione mode, just telling you, you know.
thank you, Hermione. Thank you for being Hermione rather. So we can come back to movie. Thank you, Swani. So now they've with Ginny's idea, they now name their group as Dumbledore's army, the ministry's worst fear. And
Yes.
what do they do next?
And they start practicing, and they start with disarming and the basic disarming charm. And Harry's like it's the it's the wizard's bread and butter, really. And
Yeah.
Filch, at the same moment, ironically, is eating bread and butter. Ironic, right?
Filch with his Mrs. Norris on his laps.
Yes. Yeah, he's like spreading butter on his bread.
Yeah, and
It's ironic.
for everyone to know, Mrs. Norris, what we are referring to is the cat of
Yeah.
Filch. and who's always with Filch, and he loves
Yeah,
his cat.
yeah, and actually Filch likes Umbridge as a teacher.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because what should I say? Right, Umbridge allows him to use his sort of violent detention tactics.
Great. Thank you,
Yeah.
Suhani. So,
So
a
basically,
little.
like, we're going more into it, and so Dumbledore's army. Next, they practice stunning, and Hermione and Ron were in the battle, sort of thing. And Hermione obviously did it because Ron was like, "I'll go easy on you." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, Ron." And
No, I
then she
love
was the one who actually did it.
in that part, Suhani. What I loved the most was that Fred and George actually even did a bet at that time.
Yeah,
They were known for betting and challenges, and
yeah.
I think they bet for one sickle on who will win.
Fred bet that one sickle that Hermione would win.
Right,
So you know,
right,
he got
and
one sickle.
he got that one.
If you
Wonderful.
didn't realize, also one fun fact, which is not written in my session plan, by the way, that butterbeer is for 11 sickles. Just a fun fact for all of you.
Oh, okay, okay, got
Usually,
it.
people use sickles a lot.
Hmm.
It's like rupees, and like thousands and 10,000s are like galleons.
Beautiful, perfect, great.
So basically, yep,
So,
that's
so
that's the
now
fun
they've
fact.
got into a room. Filch is sitting
Also,
outside.
one more thing about galleons, there is like 1 second. It's really interesting and it's like a clever idea of Hermione's in the book. And it's not shown in the movies, but I still want to say it. She used galleons and made a charm so that the numbers on the galleons represent the date in which they're meeting. And it heats up a little in your pocket so that you can feel that the date has changed. So you can look at the galleon and change it. And
Hmm.
she's like, there's nothing wrong with carrying a galleon in your pocket, is it? So it's just simple, right?
Right, it is.
And another student says, why are you
God
not
bless
in
you.
Ravenclaw? Because she's
Mhm.
so smart.
Yeah,
And then Hermione answers cleverly that the sorting hat did want to put in me in Ravenclaw, but decided that Gryffindor was the best.
superb, superb.
Also, one more thing. I know I'm
Mhm.
diverting the topic, but actually, Ron, Hermione, and Harry are the are different houses represented. Hermione's Ravenclaw, Ron's Hufflepuff, Harry's Slytherin. Together, they make Gryffindor.
क्या बात है. I think that was a very well put thought, Swani. Uh, so now when they start practicing and they are actually, practicing the spells and practicing the defense against the dark arts. What
Yes.
is it that what is how does the movie take forward? I mean, what
So,
happens next?
so Umbridge puts up Cornelius Fudge, meaning Umbridge. Basically, Umbridge has asked the minister to put educational degrees that bans all clubs, and also every student is put for questioning and And what else? All right, yeah, she has the power to inspect teachers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also one more thing. What is it? What's that thing? Oh, I forgot.
So she
Right,
becomes
where
the
were we?
auditor, and
We
she
were in
goes
the
into the.
Dumbledore's army, right? Yeah, right. There was one educational decree that is extra credit. The Inquisitorial Squad.
Yes,
Naturally, Draco Malfoy, Crabbe, Goyle, Filch all sign up. Naturally.
right. So what happens then?
So they try spying on the Dumbledore's army, and it's sort of impossible because they can't even get in the room unless like they come fast. So also in Dumbledore's army, moving back into the study plans, apparently they are learning Patronuses now.
Hmm.
So let me just tell you some Patronuses. Ron has a dog called a Jack Russell Terrier. J.K.
Hmm.
Rowling is amazing at telling what type of animals they are. Hermione has an otter. Luna has a rabbit.
Hmm.
Cho has a swan, Ginny has a horse, and Neville has a non-corporeal Patronus, meaning just a wisp of air.
Wonderful. So, Swani, tell me, you had asked everyone to practice um, oc-
Occlumency.
occlumency. So, what does
Yes.
occlumency stand for?
It means blocking your mind against legimens, which is, someone trying to penetrate your mind. You have to
Hmm.
block that. It's called occlumency.
Wow. And how do you practice that?
Well, you have to get someone to try to attack your mind and then practice, I guess, to
Okay.
block it. Shield
Wonderful.
charms can be effective, a little bit, like slightly effective.
Hmm. So, which is the best charm that you like, or the best spell?
I like the Patronus charm. I don't know, I like the Patronus charm. Oh, I think I like Lumos. I'm not sure. Not
Hmm.
really sure. But Patronus charm is definitely top of my list.
Right. I like, if you ask me, my personal choice is stupefy.
Okay.
Stupefy!
I've actually got a wand, so better watch out.
So, would you want to just tell everyone what does stupefy mean? What does it do?
Stupefy is basically a stunning spell, and fun fact, it's in the dictionary.
Hmm.
Yes, it's actually there.
Right. So,
Yeah,
Swani
you can actually
Kiran,
check your dictionaries or online dictionaries. Yeah, you can definitely.
so Swani Kiran is asking, do you find Harry Potter characters in real life or they are all imaginary?
Well, both, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Like me, I'm Hermione, Luna, and Ginny. You're half Ron, half Harry.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have that food thing. Ron can't stop eating food, and I don't think you can either.
That's right. I love food.
Yeah. So, to answer Kiran Auntie's question, I kind of it's both. So you have to imagine that they're real. You can't say they're real,
But at the
because
same time, Swani, if I relate, all the characters which are shown there, they have they are real from the perspective that they go through the struggles. What they've shown is what, how do you face danger, how do you face fear, how
also,
do you
can I
face.
tell you something I read on Pinterest yesterday, that this is probably gonna be crazy, but what if it's true? What if after fictional characters die, they become real?
Yeah,
And what if real people die and become fictional?
right. Possible.
I mean, that could be possible, right?
Yeah, it could be.
I mean,
And at the same time, Swani, see, for example, why do you relate to characters like Hermione, Ginny, and Luna,
because
or why
they're
do
flawed.
you, yeah, or why do we relate to characters like, Snape, for example, till the last movie, we we
Everyone's
we have a
flawed in Harry Potter, in real life. Flaws will be there.
right, and
There's no one
and
without flaws, really. And flaws
yeah,
are what make you you.
beautiful, well said, Swani. Flaws are what makes you you. Very good. So I'm going to capture that lines. So let's now move. So Order of the Phoenix, Ambrish puts an army to find out or to
An
spy.
inquisitorial squad, basically, as just a group of people who's gonna try to spy on Harry or the group. So, like, okay, we're starting this. So, in the middle of the night, I don't know why I spoke like Trelawney for one moment. It's like she always talks like this, right? She's like, you must broaden your mind, something like that. I don't know why.
Mhm,
Yeah. So basically, one night Harry has like a vision of Voldemort Snake,
mhm,
Nagini, seriously injuring Arthur Weasley.
mhm, mhm.
And Harry, obviously, he just runs straight to Professor McGonagall and tells her, and Arthur is rescued.
Beautiful. Okay.
Fun fact, um, J.K. Rowling was actually considering killing off Arthur Weasley mid-series,
Mhm,
like right now, but she
mhm.
didn't, and she swapped him out for another person who we'll find out later. Another plot cliffhanger. plot twist slash cliffhanger for you to keep you on the edge of your seats. So
Wonderful.
then of course Dumbledore is like he asks Snape to teach occlumency to Harry. So
Mhm.
like I said, what's occlumency? So I don't have to go into that now. So that's good.
Oh, that's
I
that's
don't know
the
why I'm diverting the topic. 1 second. Um, I don't know. Suddenly, I got the idea of telling you guys that I'm knitting right now. I just started knitting a couple of months back, a month or two back, and I'm knitting something Harry Potter related, and I might show it to you around Feb.
right. So then, do you want me to be a little spoiler here?
Nope.
Okay. So I will then not be the spoiler, but there is a
You
reason
can
why
give
you're
us a
doing
half
it.
spoiler, okay? Don't
Okay.
completely spoil it.
Okay. So I would want to tell everyone that 10th of February is Suhani's birthday, and Suhani is planning something Harry Potterish with Potterheads that are going to be around, and what she's doing is something around that. So that's a half
Yep.
spoiler.
That's not exactly a half spoiler. That's not a spoiler at all. It's my
Okay.
birthday, so it's not a spoiler. You can continue your full spoiler then. There's literally no problem.
No, so the we will come back with more details on that and how we're going to celebrate and how what are the different things that we're going to do around Potterhead by that time. But that's
Fun
what I want to say.
plot twist! Snape is in the order.
Hmm.
Yep.
Which means
Snape is
what?
in the order. The order of the Phoenix.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Cool.
Great. So now, Suhani, when Umbridge gets the how does Umbridge find out the Dumbledore's army? Because I think
Um,
that is a beautiful twist that we come to know later in the movie. But would you want to share that with what happened
in
to
the
Cho?
movie, Cho reveals it. In the books, Cho's friend Marietta reveals it. And
Okay,
also in the books, Hermione had jinxed the list so that if anyone blurts out Dumbledore's army to anyone, they'll have the word sneak written on their forehead.
okay.
Yeah, Umbridge
Wow,
couldn't remove it. It's impressive magic, really.
my God. Okay, so Cho was, if I remember from the movie, what said was Cho was given the
Interrogated.
potion.
Yeah, Veritas serum. It's a truth
Very
telling. It's very
right.
powerful actually, but not many people use it because it's illegal.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
Snape in the first movie, he is like that Harry was trying to steal from his stores, and then uh, Snape is like, "What is this?" He's like, Harry's like, "Bubble juice, sir." This is one of Harry's amazingly sassy moments. Like he's like really like what do you say? He is being super sarcastic, and sarcasm is on top.
Hmm.
There's one more funny moment. I think it happens in the sixth book. So
Hmm.
I'll tell you it because it's really hilarious. So Harry's like Snape asks Harry a question and Harry answers with yes. And then Snape is like, "Yes, sir," meaning you have to say call me sir. And then Harry's like, "No need to call me sir, Professor." God.
I'm sure Harry was put in detention or expelled after that.
Not put he was put in detention.
Huh?
Yeah, but I feel like Snape sort of half deserved. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, yes.
I know he does. So Dumbledore's army, so they give potion to Cho, and Cho reveals of the entire plan, and then Umbridge comes there, gets hold of Harry, and then what?
And then she takes him to Dumbledore's office, and Fudge was gonna put Dumbledore in Azkaban.
Hmm.
Not this. But Dumbledore escapes with Fox. Like, bam, facts, push, fire, gone, Dumbledore.
Beautiful.
Okay, so he just claps and Fox lands at exactly the same time. Dumbledore is gone, Fox is fires. fox like becomes boosh in fire, and then they're gone. Boosh, both are gone.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then Kingsley Shacklebolt, I told you, he was one of the members of the order earlier. He says, "You may not like him, Minister, but you gotta admit, Dumbledore's got style."
Oh, yes. I remember seeing that.
He does.
Okay.
He does have style,
Very
Dumbledore at least.
beautiful.
So
So, you know what I want to also concentrate is, Swani, when Dumbledore was confronted, or when Harry was taken to Dumbledore's room, and the Ministry, Fudge was there and Umbridge was there, and then they were putting the blame on Dumbledore. Tell me, why did Dumbledore take it on him? Because Harry was doing this without Dumbledore's notice.
I know, but Dumbledore understood why he was doing it, and he let Harry continue in a secret way.
Okay.
Sort of.
Right. And tell me a little more plot there, Swani, uh, when Harry from his dreams finds out about, or he gets to understand about how Sirius Black is getting uh,
Okay,
under.
that's later. Okay, please
No, okay. So okay,
wait.
then I'll leave it to you. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
want to basically I want to animate Snape's response to that.
yep,
So just make sure that I get an opportunity to animate that.
yep.
Okay.
So so then obviously Umbridge becomes headmistress. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
why did
Mm-hmm.
that happen? And then, but she can't go into Dumbledore's office because the office has a password and she doesn't know it.
Right.
I remember the first movie. It was Sherbet Lemon, which is a
Okay.
Muggle sweet Dumbledore's quite fond of.
Right. And that's the opening scene of the movie where or in the book
He just
actually
pops
where
a Sherbet Lemon in his mouth.
yes, that's right.
He's
And that's where
like a very half funny, half really clever person.
right. No, that is
Yeah. So
right.
then Harry's occlumency lessons are going really bad, like really really bad. And then during one session, so in the movie, or should we do the book version?
To whatever you feel comfortable. You've read both. I mean, you've seen the movie
Yeah,
and
then
read the book. I've only seen the movie.
I prefer the book versions. I'll tell that. So uh, so then he is like Snape is called somewhere and leaving behind Dumbledore's pensieve. So the pensieve is still there. Harry
Mm-hmm.
uses it, like he sees it, and he sees like a memory of Snape being bullied by his dad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hold
Yeah.
on, where is it? Sorry, I just lost where it was in my session plan. Right, it was here. So then, and Sirius Black. So he was bullied by Snape and James.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Snape catches Harry and ends his lessons really
Right.
like angrily. So
Mm-hmm.
Harry just doesn't make any more effort.
Right. Okay.
And so after that, in like I don't know, then in the nights in the movies and in the exams in the books, he
Mhm.
sees a vision of Sirius being tortured by Voldemort in the Department of Mysteries.
Okay.
So in the books, this is what happens. He uses Umbridge's fireplace to
Mm-hmm.
look to contact Sirius,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, um, a creature claims that he's gone. He's gone.
Okay. So tell me, Swani, now, I want to come to the closure of the movie plot, and there are a couple of very good fun facts that you've mentioned in the session plan. So can you close the plot of the movie, come to fun facts, and then we go to the life lessons?
Um, the plot is actually a lot longer,
Hmm.
but do you think we should put it on 3 sessions? Is that too much strict?
Let's see how much more is left, and then we can decide.
So basically there's the full occlumency thing,
Hmm.
then the whole Voldemort, he runs after Voldemort, then they have to like find Umbridge and they lead Umbridge. to the forest and they made grop and there's so much left. So
Okay, then let's do that. Then we will. Then what we can do is, Swani, maybe we can park the discussion here and move into some of the fun facts right now, so that
yeah.
we give some of the fun facts and also the flavor of the life lessons from the
So
movie, and then
also,
we can
if you
continue.
don't remember, I forgot to tell you that earlier on when he was talking to Sirius after seeing that snake attack Mr. Weasley, he's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going bad. And then Sirius Black says, you're not a bad person. You're a very good person who bad things have happened to.
Wow.
And this leads us to one of the life lessons, which is
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
We've all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we
Wow.
actually are.
So tell us a little more in your own words, Swani, of
So
what does it mean?
yes, telling 1 second. There are so basically there are lots of good series quotes that come from both the books and the movies. So this is a movie quote that Sirius says in Harry Potter, and Sirius understands more than anyone how darkness can impact a person's life.
Mm-hmm.
But he was able to rise above darkness he had to face and was still a good person.
Mm-hmm.
His wisdom here is about making choices to do good and is a good example of one of the main themes of the book.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
which is
Sirius Black, he was stuck in Azkaban for something he didn't even do. And
yeah,
he understands that how Harry must be feeling because um, Harry was also thinking that he was bad even though he was really good.
wonderful.
So that
So would you want to say the learning again? I want to type it out for all our people.
sure. We've all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are.
Beautiful. Great. So how do you relate that part to your life, Swani?
Well, sometimes, sorry, you think sometimes sometimes you do something that may or may not harm one of your friends, or sometimes you feel that you're being mean to your friends when you're
Hmm.
not. So you just have to realize that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I
Beautiful.
don't really get how this.
No, I
It's
really
like
like. It's like
Sirius
we've
Black
all
actually says that the world isn't divided into good people and Death Eaters. You know,
right.
you
No, I
have to
think
like.
what
This is the quote which he says after this line.
right. No, and so Swani, if I look at it, when we say, you've got both light and dark inside us, it's about the good and the evil. So we have good thoughts and we have intentions and good things that we do in life. At the same time, there are certain times when we have that little evilish thoughts or behaviors that drive into us, and and they will always remain. And I
But we have
relate
to
to that.
choose if you want to act like on the good side or the bad side.
Right. So what matters is the part we choose to act on, and I think that's what in one of our trainings we say, and one of the other quotes that we have, Swan, in real life says that what will grow stronger depends on who you feed. So the dark and evil, they are both inside you. What will grow stronger is what you feed. So if
Yeah,
you
and
feed,
what you choose to listen to. So you can
yeah,
easily block out the good and focus on the bad, and you can do this. It's actually harder. This is a quote. It's actually harder to forgive someone for being wrong than it is for forgiving them for being right.
wow,
So
beautiful.
sometimes someone tells you what's right, and you are the one who don't accept that. And later, if you want to have to forgive them for being right, then it's gonna be harder for you. right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So I think we should close off now, start closing off. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really have that many fun facts on this type of thing right now,
The fun fact
because
about the choreographer that you've written, is that something which will be there for the next time?
yeah, probably. And also one more thing, since we were in Sirius Black's home, I can tell you this one.
Mm-hmm.
Several members of the Black family are named after astronomical objects. You can see the
Mm-hmm.
names in some. You can see some of the names in the scene where Sirius and Harry are talking, and this quote is there. So, Sirius, Regulus, Andromeda, Arcturus, Bellatrix, and Cygnus are the ones that can be seen.
Beautiful. Wow. So all the family
Yeah,
members named after asteroids.
no, not asteroids. They're named after astronomical objects like
Astronomical.
stars, constellations, um, um, galaxies. Andromeda is a galaxy and a
Hmm.
constellation, by the way.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay, great. So, so wonderful. I think thank you everyone for being with us today. Stay connected, stay blessed, and stay safe. We're going to continue our conversations and keep tickling the brains of this young lady, who's going to be completing 12 soon on the 10th of February. And we're going to continue from the Harry Potter movies right now. But stay tuned because Harry Potter is just the beginning for us. And we're going to keep bringing a lot more different perspectives from a lot of different movies and shows and bring out the elements of how does
We've
Suhani
learned,
articulate, communicate, and express that in her own words. Yes, Suhani, you are adding something.
yes, we are going to do a lot of shows and movies and books and whatnot. And we're not going anywhere, so stick around.
Stick around. So see you soon next Saturday, and stay happy. Suhani, have
We
fun.
may not make it next Saturday because my exams are starting, and
Okay,
maybe on Sunday, probably.
great. Then we will probably
My
make it on
exam
Sunday.
is going to be from 8:30 to 8 to 11:30, so
Mhm.
we will probably meet on Sunday.
Wonderful. So we will do that and wish you all the very best for your exams, Suhani. Do well.
Thank you. I
Okay,
will. I
great.
will do my best and do my hardest. Work my hardest.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bye bye.
Bye.